everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Tan-gnetlemen Podcast. Now, I know we've been away for a little while, but we're back, and we'll probably be back to doing regular episodes, and we'll also make up for the ones we missed, probably, hopefully, maybe, probably, hopefully.
Maybe
Anyways, not. I mean, if we didn't, then we would have an even 50 by the end of the year. Anyways, as always, I'm your host, the Bardmeister, and I'm joined by my co-host, Landon, and today we'll be talking about the rest of Chainsaw Man.
Oh, yeah. Hello.
So, do you just want to cover to the end of part 1, or...
Oh, I only have till the end of part 1.
Okay, then we won't talk about part 2 at all, then.
Yeah.
Part 2 is really good so far, though.
I don't even know if they haven't released the first volume yet, so I don't know.
I've been reading it weekly, or bi-weekly.
So can I confidently say you're a Chainsaw Man fan now?
You can say that I want to see where the story's going. I don't think it's as good as something like One Piece or JoJo's at the moment, but... actually, no. I'm enjoying Chainsaw Man a lot more than One Piece, like, right now, in the manga, weekly. I think I like One Punch Man more than Chainsaw Man. But that's, it's not a big deal. Do you want me to go with my bad story summary?
Yeah.
Okay. So, Makami, bitch, is control devil. Everyone fucking dies. We start over from zero, basically. That's my bad story
not
summary.
from zero, I'd say. He's better than when he started.
Yeah, but like all of the characters that we got to know are fucking dead, Landon.
Yeah.
Power's
Everybody
dead,
dies.
fucking. Makami's dead, fucking. Other guys dead, fucking. Other girls dead. Everybody's dead.
Pretty sure it's Taki.
They're all fucking
Taki,
dead.
I think his name is.
They're all dead.
Yeah.
It's just Denji.
Everybody dies.
Everybody fucking died.
Yeah, I forgot how much it escalates after the second volume.
Straight up, Landon, you're like, we'll end here. And then I read the next volume, like, Landon, this is fucking way better than what we just read.
Yeah.
I texted you, like, later that day, like, 4 hours after we did the podcast.
Yeah. But I wanted to talk more about the relationships at that point because I tried to really put in... Curious on how you thought the relationships were built at that point.
I don't fucking know. I'm gonna do sorting.
That was sort of the part I was curious about. Were you surprised that Makina was a devil?
No. Fuck no.
Yeah, I guess it was a fairly obvious thing from the
Fucking
beginning.
It's not fairly. It's fucking obvious.
Yeah.
Like,
But you don't realize how much of power she holds in the beginning.
I mean, she killed a bunch of people and murdered a bunch of other people. So.
Yeah, but none of it we really see.
Guess not.
So the only one we actually do see her close to using her normal own powers. What is it when she killed a bunch of guys on train and on the rooftop?
They shot her in the head and she survived. So no fucking wonder she's a goddamn fucking devil. Shut up, Cam. Not my podcast. I'm talking about Lynn. Sorry.
I guess out of your I feel like that you know what you're gonna say, but Who's your favorite anime villain?
In general,
Yeah.
like of all time.
Yeah.
Fuck me, man. Oh, ever.
Well, what do you think would make a great villain?
I think the main villain should have an imposing force, not only for the characters but the audience, and they should offer a strong opposition, either mentally, physically, or spiritually, in the way of, our hero's progression towards the end of their story or their goals.
Yeah.
My favorite anime villain?
Because if I'd say so far for mine, it would definitely be Machina.
Really? I mean, I thought she was a good villain, but I don't think their fight or anything, like her killing, when she killed Power, that was pretty badass. But other than that, I don't really see her as too much of an actual threat until she's like, oh, I'm evil, guys. I mean, we already knew that she was gonna be evil. It's fucking obvious.
Yeah.
But like I'm sitting there and it's like, I don't see what makes her such a great villain is she just does bad things because she's a fan of Chainsaw Man.
Well, she's after peace.
Yeah, by killing everybody. Like, my favorite anime villain. Oh my god, that's a tough question. There's so many. Like, I love Kiryu Shikage. I fucking love, Frieza is one of the best and most well-written, villains ever.
Doesn't he just die, come back in a different form?
Well, no. Well, Frieza... So, Frieza... You've never read or watched all of Dragon Ball, have you?
No.
Well, so Frieza, on the Namek Saga, he has some of the most, amazing build-up for a villain ever. Like, straight up, he just, when he walks into a room, he commands attention, right? And he did some fucking shit to our fucking, he kills our main characters, he fucks up an entire planet, and it takes, it's hard to explain, but also, after Frieza dies, he doesn't actually die until he gets killed by Future Trunks. Until he gets killed by Future Trunks when he goes back in time, and then he gets resurrected in Dragon Ball Z movie Resurrection F, which then later got adapted into the second arc of Dragon Ball Super, but he gets killed at the end by Goku, and then he comes back again from the Tournament of Power when they need help, so they bring Frieza back to life to save their universe from being destroyed. Yeah.
Maybe it's because I haven't read the story, but I don't think that sounds as good a villain as
I'm
Machina.
paraphrasing it horribly. First of all.
Yeah.
Why is his episode 18 line? Or is episode 8 lines? But straight up, Frieza is undoubtedly one of the most, intimidating villains ever. He just has one of those presences where when he's in a room, he commands your attention. I don't know if he's my favorite. I don't know if I could genuinely pick a favorite.
I thought you would have said something like Dio.
I like Dio. I really do. He's not even my favorite JoJo villain.
I don't even think he's a good JoJo villain. Villain.
He's a great villain, but
well, maybe because I haven't seen part 1, but he doesn't really do anything.
Dio?
Oh yeah, other than controlling stuff behind the scenes. He gets other people to do his other stuff.
Dio in part 1, right? He fucking... he kills Jonathan's dad. He fucking becomes an immortal vampire. He fucking corrupts people and makes it, like, turns the entire village into zombies, resurrects undead knights, eats people. You know, how many people have you killed? How many pieces of bread have you eaten in your life? He fucking, you know, and then he, like, steals Jonathan's body. It fucking, and now, like, haunts his descendants. In part 3, Dio is just kind of chilling, eating people, because he doesn't want to, he's not powerful enough. He doesn't view himself as powerful enough yet to fight the Joestars. Like, his time stop isn't strong enough, so he thinks he'll lose. So he bides his time and sends his minions after them to stall. Until he and Jotaro inevitably clash, in which they have their cool time stop battle. And Jotaro wins. But even then, Dio's legacy lives on. The reason why the villains of parts 4, 5, and 6 exist are because of Dio and his evil and putting on that mask back in part 1. The entire reason why part 2 happens is because, you know, Dio put on the mask and they unleash that power, so now they know what it is. And when they find more masks, they end up, you know, the people know what to do with them and they turn evil and become vampires and fight the Pillar Men and shit. Dio's presence is felt throughout the entire original timeline of JoJo. Father Pucci is a fucking descendant of Dio, and he actually achieves Dio's goals. Made in heaven. I really like Dio, but I think Kira Yoshikage is still my favorite villain. Part 4 is the best part of JoJo. I think the villains in part 7, Funny Valentine is good. I don't even know what the fuck. There's like no main villain in part 8. It just kind of flip-flops. That's one of my biggest problems with it. You know what's one villain that left like a really cool impact, but I think, you know, kind of ruined the show he was in afterward because he was the height of coolness for me when watching it, and now I have not gone back, and I don't think the show's all that good anymore.
Would you say Machina has achieved any of those on those checklists?
I mean, she definitely has an imposing force on the audience.
Yeah.
But
on the nation.
Her, like, not a lot of our main cast or whatever really felt threatened by her until she just straight up killed everybody. Like for me, it's kind of lame. It's like, you know, I prefer the villain to be, like, this is just my take, but I think the villain should be the imposing force throughout most of the story. Like, they're just fighting, like, here's the same thing. It's like, she just, like what she did with Dio, is she just doesn't do anything until, like, the last 10 chapters of part 1. She just kind of sits around and, well, sometimes kills a person because they're attacking her or whatever. But it's like, you know, it's just, they're just fighting miscellaneous demons, and I feel like the Gun Devil was being built up as like, oh, he's the big bad, and then it just, you know, it's her, and now we're on part 2, and everyone's dead. All the characters that we like are now dead.
Yeah.
It's like a light version of Akame got killed.
You say light?
Yeah, bro. Not everybody.
Well,
Everybody died in that. In Akame got killed, one thing that pissed me off so bad was that the fucking Chancellor guy fucking killed one of them just by, like, stabbing them in the chest, and their whole thing was that they were super fast. I'm like, fucking, oh my god.
Yeah. Apparently the manga's different. Has a different ending.
We should read it sometime. I really liked the show.
I did too.
I want to rewatch it. One of the stranger shows I ever watched was Kill la Kill. It was good. The animation was crazy, but the whole story was fucking wild. I absolutely loved it.
I don't think I ever finished it.
Really? I bought the fighting game. The fighting game was kind of whatever. Just an alternate retelling. where you play as the one girl and not the other girl. The white one, not the red and black one. Nudist beach. Just the fucking good guys. This fucking show is wild. I don't know. I love shit, man. I love all this fucking anime shit. But my favorite villain in all of anime. I don't know. There's a lot of really impactful ones. Frieza, Cell, Dio, fucking... I'm not a big Diavolo guy. Poochie, fucking... the debilitating disease that killed Kaori and fucking April. What else is there? You know what's one villain I felt left a really cool impact on... I was gonna say this earlier, didn't cut me off, but one villain I thought was really cool and left a great impact on me, but literally never showed up again. Hero Killer Stain from My Hero Academia. That's the only part of that show I think I actually liked, because he made.
Oh, so you gave up on the show?
Point. I finished all the first 3 fucking seasons. And I tried to watch season 4 when it came out, and I was like, "This is boring."
Yeah, that's fair. That season is kind of boring.
And I think part of it is because I had tried to go back after having watched Dragon Ball, One Piece, Naruto, fucking JoJo's and shit. Some of my favorite stories ever, and I go back to this, and I'm like, "God damn, this is really boring."
It's fair. There's no real storyline there.
It's just kind of, I don't know. I watched the movie too.
Which movie? There's 3.
Two Heroes.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
It's fine.
Yeah.
I thought it was kind of interesting.
Yeah. I'd say things more or less escalate. It doesn't really escalate until the 6th season. Even then, I don't think it's typically that amazing, but I still enjoyed watching it.
What's her name?
You do see Stan come back.
Nice.
But he's
maybe one day we'll read the manga for this.
What, for My Hero Academia?
Yeah.
I was gonna buy the first $20 set, but
I have
nowhere to play
fucking thing on my phone.
Yeah, but I want the box set.
Didn't I give you the Shonen Jump app?
Oh, it's an app? Yeah. Can I not access it through the website?
You should be. I don't know.
I would have been reading ahead on there then.
Yeah, this is how I read Chainsaw Man and all sorts of shit, man.
Yeah, I just read them physically or on Bookwalker.
Yeah, One Punch Man, fucking Naruto, Chainsaw Man, JoJo, fucking One Piece, all the good shit. Spy Family, I've been reading a lot. I fucking love Spy Family. It's probably my favorite manga to come out in a very long time.
I got really bored with Spy X Family.
Dude, it's fucking amazing. What part
I got bored after
or did you...
Oh, I have the manga. I have the first 6 volumes.
How far did you get? Oh, wow. Damn.
I got bored after we started focusing on the child more.
Yeah, but she's like adorable and it's fucking amazing.
Yeah, I got bored, so I stopped reading it after the 3rd volume.
Landon's like my fucking balls. You didn't even get to the good part.
Good part.
Dude, all of it, man. I laughed. I don't often laugh out loud while watching or while reading anything, but I don't often laugh out loud while reading anything, but I laughed quite a few times reading fucking that one that show. It's fucking amazing. I don't often laugh out loud while watching
Also, I got a smiling at something, but I try to get back to my notes so we can focus on the thing because I haven't actually looked at my notes yet.
Alright, go for it.
You don't have anything? Or did you want to continue that topic?
No, I'm good.
Yeah. Did the Chainsaw Devil kill the Darkness Devil?
I think so. I mean, if they got killed and aided, then...
Curious. What would happen if he kills the Future Devil? Well, he eats the Future Devil.
Then the people wouldn't be afraid of the future, I guess?
Well, no, but look at Nuclear Devil.
Well, I mean, I'm assuming that, like, you know, nuclear shit actually still physically exists in, like, you know, you could slam the shit together, but no one knows what it is or how to do it or will never be able to do it again.
Yeah, and I don't think
if you eat darkness, there's literally no way darkness could not exist. Because, you know, it's like a shadow cast by the sun, there's darkness.
Yeah, but there's a lot of stuff that was... That's one thing I'm actually curious about. Do they actually get erased from existence?
I don't know.
You really ended this whole conversation here with I don't know.
I don't know. I don't fucking know. Maybe they'll talk about it more in the future. It's like, it's not... I can't pull an answer out of my ass.
Well, I was hoping you at least try to do something so we can continue it.
Well, continue schminu, Landon.
But I am kind of curious how that would work out. We have... Because we don't see any of the nations resort to it. Because you think at that point they would have just nuked Japan just to destroy Monica.
Her name's not Monica.
Makima. Makina.
That's the lady from
Makina.
Doki Doki Literature Club.
Makina. Alright. I mean, yeah. They might as well just nuke all Japan, just kill Makina.
Yeah, works for me, man.
It's the only way they can do it. But I don't think any... That...
But do I need Kenny to retake? So do I...
They can't do that. The weird Japan has like the two most powerful devils.
Yeah.
They're just missing two of them. Darkness Devil and Gun Devil.
Yep. Fuck, never mind.
And then it would have been the most powerful nation.
Cool, but I'm pretty sure that's part 2, so I'm not gonna talk about it. Yeah, it's part 2.
Save it for a future episode.
Yeah.
But I'm curious to see how this guy continues on his work. Because I can see his work has improved from the short stories he wrote before the series. Especially his drawing and layout panel.
Some of the best.
Yeah, it turns out that 1721 is not actually a prequel to Chainsaw Man. It's just a bunch of side stories there the author wrote.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of where Dried is at right
now. Yeah.
It's just a bunch of side stories and spin-offs that I want to write, with the main story kind of revolving around all those.
Okay. Now that you read all of part 1, who do you think is the most powerful devil?
Chainsaw Man?
You think it's Chainsaw Man?
Chainsaw Devil has the fucking power to erase other devils from existence. No fucking
erase
shit.
Whatever it eats from existence.
Like, bro. Nothing else
No,
can
you don't.
actually fully kill a devil, but him. Okay.
You wouldn't even consider the Darkness Devil in competition?
No.
Not even Monica, who probably can control him?
Maybe, but like, well, just because you can control somebody, what do you mean by powerful then, Landon?
Well, I was curious about sort of the power dynamic. Because earlier in Volume 6, we do see the power of the Darkness Devil. And then we see Machina's first actual real fight where she slightly struggles against the Darkness Devil. And then we see Chainsaw Devil get cast into hell and then fight the Darkness Devil and win, right?
Yeah.
Well, that would mean that Darkness Devil. Well, that means Chainsaw Devil. Never mind. I guess it was Chainsaw Devil would be the most powerful.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's like if anybody, like people, fucking liars would say that Captain Marvel is the most powerful superhero in the MCU, but here's the thing, right? I respond to that with, Scarlet Witch can literally rip an Infinity Stone in half. So,
yeah. But a rock beater.
At the molecular level.
And she can't beat a rock?
Nope.
She must be just as...
Just because she's powerful doesn't mean she's not fucking stupid.
I don't know. All she had to do was just leave the cave. And just avoid a little bit of rocks.
I don't know. All she had to do was, like, give her character development for her being corrupt. But they didn't do that, did they?
Nope.
So, don't blame her for them being terrible at making shit. I definitely think the art got better in Chainsaw Man with time.
I don't think I noticed a difference.
I think the panel structure especially got a little better.
Yeah. Yeah, that did.
I think
that definitely did.
Panel structure is one of the most important things with manga, and it's surprising how terrible One Piece's is. I get that Oda wants to, make the One Piece not another 15 years long, but it's like I'm trying to find the new chapter of One Piece. Or I'll just do, was it One Piece chapter 1075, I think? I am a Shonen Jump member, actually.
Yeah.
You keep talking while I quickly sign in.
Okay. Yeah, my favorite fight in the series was the Chainsaw versus Gun Devil. Well, Gun Fiend, I guess at this point would it be called, more accurate to say.
Okay.
It's more of a unique fight. Probably if this show gets animated for second season and they continue all of it, we'll probably see the fight with Machina probably be the better one animated. But I really did enjoy the fight with the Gun Devil.
Yeah.
More because of the unique... trying to figure out how to describe it. been so well since we do this. I don't know how to do this. With the
Zoom out, please. Find the most cluttered page.
how would you describe the fight with the Gun Devil?
I'd say it was good. I think it was well choreographed. I don't know.
You didn't particularly enjoy the switch back between the panel of the kid and the real world?
No, I think I enjoyed the fight. I just think I think Chainsaw Man's art style the fight would probably look a lot better animated, and I like manga fights quite a bit actually.
I feel like I like them more because we do get to see what
Do you know
Aki was tricked into seeing. What he was hallucinating, what he imagined it would be.
What
And the sort of
was the Gun Devil
imaginary happy ending. Sorry, what?
Which volume was the Gun Devil fight in? Like the one you're talking about?
I think it's 10 when it's 10 when Mana turns evil, so I think it's 9.
9? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, it's 9. Why?
Because I'm looking for the fight right now.
Because that's the one where it's not really explicitly really choreographed. It's more not specifically about the fight. I just really enjoyed the switch back between what he sees and what Denji sees. And that dynamic. What he thought was an innocent snowball fight turns out to be a murderous rampage that he was on. But the hallucination is... And then you do see Denji's true emotion sort of come out near the end.
Open the door part.
You still trying to find it?
Yeah. I found it. It's the next chapter. He just knocked down his door or whatever. Yeah, where he's playing catch or whatever with the dude, and they're just fighting. Yeah.
I guess while you're sort of figuring that out, I'll sort of explain. While you're talking about that, I'll sort of explain why I think the off-handling was slightly better done in this than in JoJo.
The what handling?
Sort of where you're sort of comparing how Dio and... I'm not even holding my microphone right. Weren't you comparing how Dio... You don't really see Dio and Machina's power until the end of the series? Until we know they're a threat?
Yeah. Well, I mean, we know Dio's a threat the entire time.
Yeah, we know he's a threat, but we don't see him do anything.
No, I mean, not in part 3 anyways. In part 1, he fucks up a lot of people, and that's why we know he's threatening. Also, get to the call.
Yeah, it's probably something I'm gonna have to watch.
So threatening. We're gonna read JoJo one of these days. Maybe that'll be a choice for next week. I can give you the first 3 volumes digitally. If I could find volume 1, because it disappeared somewhere.
Yeah, while you're sort of looking for that, I'm gonna sort of continue on why I thought I was that.
Check the Discord.
Okay.
So I'm using examples to talk about panel structure. So the top one is JoJo Lands, which is the new part of JoJo. The bottom one is the most recent official chapter of One Piece, and then the bottom one is Chainsaw Man. right? If you
Which one is
notice,
it? Which general panel is it?
it's just in
Is it
general.
in general?
Yeah. Like, I'm using this as an example, Landon, right? You see, this.
Yeah. 'Cause it's a lot less cluttered. That's sort of how I described it.
That's what I'm saying. It's like JoJo's and Chainsaw Man are a lot less cluttered. Like One Piece they try to Oda has to cram like a shitload of story into every single chapter. So there's like, a shitload of information that needs to be conveyed, and they do that just by throwing a bunch of text on the screen and then moving on.
Yeah,
the
but
art takes a back seat, which I'm not a big fan of, even though One Piece is my favorite piece of media ever.
like with something like this, he lets more of the expression speak for himself compared to something like JoJo.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you haven't read the JoJo's manga. I just picked a random panel from the new chapter.
From each. Yeah.
I looked through to try to find like one that was the best example of what I'm talking about. But like some of the panel work in fucking Steel Ball Run is amazing.
Yeah. I'll judge it fully after when we start doing it.
I'm thinking like, do you want to do part 1 next week if I can find my physical volume? I'll give you my password for Shonen Jump app so you can read part 1. Part 1 is only... I was checking my actual book. Part 1 in the manga is only 44 chapters long, which is less than what we read for Chainsaw Man.
Yeah.
44
chapters.
I absolutely love the art in JoJo's, the old manga. It's so vintage, like, style. I'm so surprised it took JoJo, despite how, like, great it is, to get an anime adaptation. It took them, like, 20 years. They were adapting Dragon Ball after, like, 2, and One Piece after, like, 2.
We'll speak more on that next week when you decide to do it. Yeah. What was I... Oh, yeah, so we're trying to do something about the sort of Dio part. Because it wasn't until sort of my impression of part 3, because I haven't read the first part. But every time we do see something evil happen, it actually was more or less related to Machina. We do see her get hands dirty more often than something like Dio.
Yes, but...
We do see her power. We do see a lot of people fear her.
Oh, shit.
And other stuff. Yeah. Did you read the snowball fight?
Yeah, I read everything. I read all of the shit.
Do you sort of understand what I mean about that sort of being my favorite part?
Yes, I can.
In the manga.
I like it too. I can tell why you get. I get why you. Shut the fuck up. You know what I'm trying to say.
I'm pretty sure the whole point of the podcast is try to put your thoughts into words.
Landon, I slept like 4 hours last night. I was up working on the show and then Kim came over.
Might I say that's entirely your fault?
Sorry, Landon, you're not working on the cool show with us.
Mm.
Oh, fuck.
Okay. So, do you have any notes on this? Or did you lose them all?
I lost them.
You lost them?
I put them on a Google Doc that I accidentally deleted.
I was kind of wondering why it's only me you started talking about it and you're struggling to add stuff.
If we were talking about part 2, I'd have a lot more to add, but I don't think there's all that much like story to talk about during Chainsaw Man. Just like the second half, Because it's more so like the climax, a lot of action, a lot of drama. As we build up to the conclusion of part 1 and the start of part 2, Chainsaw Tendencies.
Are you trying to make a JoJo reference in this?
I did that last time, Landon. Do you not remember?
Yeah.
Chainsaw Blood. Chainsaw... Holy fuck, it's already been 40 minutes?
Yeah.
Fuck off. Okay. Sorry.
It doesn't mean it's a good episode, though.
I think it's a good episode. Chainsaw...
Maybe we're expecting too much from ourselves.
Chainsaw Blood,
Probably not.
Chainsaw Tendencies, Chainsaw Crusaders, Chainsaw is Unbreakable, Chainsaw Wind, fucking, Chainsaw Ocean, Chainsaw Ball Run, Chainsawlian, and Chainsaw Lands.
Did you just make the same joke 2 podcasts in a row?
Yeah, Landon, I think you will like... I think of any JoJo part you'll probably really like Steel Ball Run. But we'd have to probably do Steel Ball Run in like 3 or 4 parts. Because it's like 100, it's 95 chapters long, and each chapter is like 45 to 50 pages. And you have to read them illegally online, because there's no official way to read them yet. They're not even done part 5, and they're already halfway done part 6. Yeah.
Okay. I guess this is my note. I'll just ask this. What was your favorite stupid moment how he defeated a devil?
I think my favorite way he killed the devil was when he fought the fucking Eternity Devil, and just beat him up so much that he wanted to die. And then he gave up.
Not him riding a shark, the shark demon, just shark fiend into battle to battle a typhoon,
Nope.
typhoon devil. Not him lighting himself on fire to fight Santa Claus.
Oh, that one was cool, but no.
Not him cutting up Monica and eating her.
No.
Mhm.
Wait. So if he ate her, then how is she back?
Denji ate her.
Oh yeah, Denji ate her.
Not the chainsaw.
Oh man. Right.
Yeah, there's also one detail I slightly noticed that you actually do. Probably if you're really paying attention in the earlier chapter, well, in the beginning of the chapter, you probably would have seen it, but you don't actually see Denji's skin when he's on the cross.
Okay.
When he's the last fight with Monica. Machina, sorry.
I don't even know if that...
I don't know why I'm always Monica. I don't know why I'm getting with Monica. Yeah, Machina.
Kiryu Moeka. What was that?
Machina.
Who's that again?
Mm-hmm.
Who's Kiryu Moeka? She's from something.
I don't know.
Something I like. That's Steins Gate. Sorry. Never mind. Keep talking. I figured it out.
Yeah.
Steins Gate.
Yeah, didn't you want to finish Science Gate?
At some point.
Yeah.
Blame Canada. Blame Canada.
Okay. So I guess since we finished the first part, and sort of already, I kind of glanced on why I really liked this part was what really drew me in Chainsaw was the way he stupidly defeated the devils in absurd ways.
I don't know. I think it's cool.
That's definitely my favorite part of the series that I haven't seen anything else does.
I was gonna talk about one of my favorite parts of the manga so far, but so far I'm liking part 2 a lot more than like part 1.
Yeah.
But it's like JoJo's. But I'm about to spoil part 2 a little bit, but I'm not gonna, because I'll wait till you read it.
Yeah. I actually might check when it's actually going to be released.
Here.
I would say we're doing a terrible job, but I remember the podcast sucks in general.
Yeah.
Not just ours.
Landon. I'm sending
Hey,
you...
there's a box set on this?
No, but that's cool. I'm sending you a message on Snapchat, Landon. Landon.
Yeah. And that. Volume 12. Oh. It's going to be released next year.
Part 2's like physical volumes?
Yeah. The first volume will be released October 3rd, 2023.
That's not next year. That's in like 4 months or a couple months. That's after our 1-year anniversary.
Oh, it is 2023.
Yeah, Landon.
Oh, it's 2022.
Landon, it's been 2023 for a while. So I sent you, it's my password in email for my Shonen Jump thing. Just fucking read Chainsaw Man Part 2 so we could talk about it. Like, I don't even care if it's on the podcast.
Oh, because it gets good?
I'm really enjoying it so far. It's really different, but it's...
What?
It's really
I'm interested to see how he changes his art style.
I've really... I'm really into it, man. I'm really into Part 2 a lot more than Part 1.
That's good.
You should be able to read it all online. If not, just install the Shonen Jump app, which is what I use. It's like $3 a month.
I can't install the app until the end of the month.
What do you mean?
I don't have my sister's iTunes password.
Oh.
I leech off my sister for music.
Wow. Wow, Landon, wow.
Yeah.
It's a free app.
Yeah, but you need a password for a free app. That's annoying.
I just click it on my phone. It's great, right?
Yeah, I might have to use my other old phone. Yeah. There was also something that I didn't really notice the first read around. Was until the second read around was actually how Pucha was injured. It wasn't until like Makina actually explained it when he was actually in Chainsaw Devil.
You can also read it on your computer.
Yeah, I know. I'm just about to read it now. She says
you. Right now, but... I'm just kidding. Talk. What the fuck are you saying, Lane? Talk, you fucking whore.
Okay. Oh, okay. She says, you fought the Weapons Devil and the Four Horsemen, who are now here. The height of the battle, you vanished before our eyes. It makes sense we couldn't find you, even with all our searching. You're living completely changed in a near-death form. So this is actually their second battle.
Second battle? Yeah.
I'm curious if we'll actually get to see that. Or if we'll get to see any more expansions on the other characters' backgrounds. Like, for example, the first Devil Hunter. That lady.
Yeah.
Lady who missing the eye and how she met all her fiends. Or Makina's first rise to power.
I don't know. I hope so.
I was almost tempted to ask about the Soviet assassin. I forgot her name. But I realized that is more or less already enough of an explanation. It would have to be a separate sort of side story. Before she died and her working for the army, but I don't know what they can do with that.
Mm-hmm.
So since the well, I guess I can't really ask you that because you would know more about me in part two, and you wanted to talk about part two. But
I do. I mean, I like part two. I could probably talk a bit more about part two than part one. I just don't want to spoil it for you, because
yeah,
it's like I just think it's really interesting what the direction that the story's going. I haven't seen a manga really do this in a very long time, so I'm kind of into it right now, and I'm hoping it stays as good.
yeah, because it seems like this author is like very much improving. You can even see that throughout the
Yeah,
beginning of the
I
series.
think Chainsaw Man got better as it went on, which is very surprising. Like,
Yeah,
consider
it
me
got
a fan. I really like Chainsaw Man. Like, it's
yeah.
not my favorite currently airing manga like of this current generation. I'd still say my favorite is Spy Family or One Punch Man, but One Punch Man's been going on for quite a few years. This is besides the point.
I would have to say
I'm
this is
having,
my favorite manga.
but I'm excited to see what happens next.
Yeah. The close second would have to be Glat here. I don't know how to pronounce it. Basically a furry battle.
Okay.
I want to say furry battle, but it's basically a guy. Well, no, a girl is a furry and she bites and she fights monsters.
She bites monsters.
Yes.
Hmm. Sounds like you. Ha ha ha!
You calling me a furry?
Very funny. The answer is yes.
Hmm. Yeah. 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 Right. Yeah. I actually send you a picture of what the manga actually looks like. Or you see what I mean by furry battle.
Mm-hmm. Episode 5 I just sent. I'm telling Isaac that we're making a miniseries.
Hmm. Oh, so that's the one I recommend you read.
Okay.
May end up doing it for a podcast episode. Oh yeah, there's more domestic girlfriend on the account.
Nice.
There's like 4 more. But I kind of regret buying them when I could have bought one more volume of this.
Could have bought
I wish I didn't spot one more
one.
volume of this instead.
Neat.
I'm being quite honest, I think domestic girlfriend kind of got stale for me after getting to the newer volumes.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it kind of been getting less interesting to talk about. By the sound of it, it gets more better as we go on.
Yeah, from sounds of it, but it has become like a majorly known series.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't know what kind of drama they can insert this into this anymore.
Also, Landon, I thought of a better name than our name.
What?
The Tan. Sorry, it's the Tangent Elmen. Move the dash over.
Why Elman?
Well, because it's the Tangentlemen, right? Right, like this. We're the
It almost sounds like you're pronouncing
we're the
Hellmans.
Tangentlemen, right? But that doesn't get it. But like that the name's like, oh, it's like we're tan and we're Dan gentlemen. But
Yeah.
what if we were the tangent? The Tan-gnetlemen.
Tan-gnetlemen.
Or like tan gentle. Something like that. Tan-gnetlemen. Get the tangent part first.
Yeah.
That would make more sense.
Yeah. Then why are you deciding this after, what, 30 episodes of this?
29.
29 episodes of this?
This should be episode 30, but...
Yeah.
But we're stupid. And I played the Diablo 4 beta.
Yeah, I seen you were playing that a lot.
It's fun. I've been waiting a very long time for this game to come out, so...
Yeah. I've also been reading.
Yeah, I've only really been reading my weekly stuff. I haven't started anything new yet. I've just been so busy working on our show.
Yeah, I've been starting new stuff. Nice. I started reading Eminence and Shadow. It's a terrible show, but I enjoy it.
Landon, okay, you know what's gonna be amazing?
What?
So you know the guys who made Sword Art Online Abridged, right?
Yeah.
So they did a special funny video. They did an abridge of like the first half of season 1 of Isekai Smartphone.
They did the first half of that?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we're supposed to do an episode on that, aren't we?
At some point. Yeah.
I wonder what we can do for an episode on that. So I know you remember what the point of the show was.
Fucking guy dies, gets smartphone in Otherworld, and is the best at everything.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm curious. What was the best ways have you seen someone get isekai'd?
I don't know. I think.
Or the funniest?
I think my favorite is probably Isekai Smartphones, where the guy's just sitting on the toilet, and then he gets struck by lightning.
He was sitting on a toilet?
I think so. That's what that's how it went.
Well, I think he was just standing there and someone just threw a lightning bolt down and just accidentally hit him. I was more or less talking about mine was so far has been Eminence and Shadow. I've been reading a lot of that. Reading a novel recently, where a guy more or less trains his body to maximum, and he wants to become powerful enough to defeat a nuke, but he lives in our world, so he tries to develop magic through religion, meditation, and other stuff, until his final method was to sort of beat it out of himself. So from the animated version is longer, shorter, and less interesting, but light novel version, he's naked in a field, bashing his head against a rock.
Nice.
Until he describes it as getting symptoms that are close to a concussion, but he thinks it's magic. So when he's wandering back, he sees 2 distant orbs coming towards him, and he runs towards it.
Okay.
So after bashing his head in. And then he got isekai'd after that. So basically he bashed his head into a rock, walked onto the road naked, and ran towards a truck. And died.
Sorry. Nice.
It's just a slight stupidness of it.
I love stupidness. That's like my favorite kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I'll be right back. I gotta go bring up my plate.
Well, since Brady's gone, I'm just gonna describe one of my personal things I like. I'm sort of realizing recently that I don't like characters that are said to be smart, because I haven't really seen them do anything smart. It's more easier for me to...
time travel, you fucking idiot. It's because you're smart, Landon. It's not designed for smart people. It's designed for the normal people.
I didn't catch what he said, so we can continue on with that. But maybe because I do sort of... Maybe because I don't see them as smart. Because I see have better options than they could have done. And there's no real good example of me believing that. Unlike, let's say, something where the character is meant to be stupid. Like Denji in this case. I really enjoyed that about him. And it's something I can actually accept. I do see him being an idiot, stupid, and other stuff. And do other stuff you wouldn't accept. And it's a lot more easier demonstrated. Where most people would say, oh yeah, he's stupid. It's easier to accept for me than some smart character. They never see it really well done.
Landon, it's because you're smart. That's what I said earlier. It's
yeah. Oh, I didn't catch that.
You're smart. Okay? So you can pick out the actual gaps in logic with like science and shit because you know what the fuck you're talking about.
Yeah. I could also just be over explaining it at high school level and I could need to learn a little bit more. But still. That's just something I do find easier. I like characters who know they're idiots and embrace that they're idiots. They make it more enjoyable for me, so I don't have to focus in on the story too much. That is something I realized with Eminence and Shadow. Sometimes it doesn't need to be a good story, it could just be a really enjoyable gimmick for me. Me to enjoy something.
Vroom vroom, Chainsaw Man.
Would you say that's true for you?
And I'm gonna be honest with you, I didn't hear a fucking word you said. I had my headphones off.
Yeah, it was slightly off topic.
My mom was.
Would you be able to read a story if it had a terrible story, but had a really interesting gimmick? And it really embraced that gimmick and does it well?
Probably. I mean, one of my favorite video game franchises of all time is Devil May Cry.
Yeah. That's the one where he just embraces the chaoticness and stupidness and the extraness.
It's like the story is like really well done, and there's a lot of like nuance and like kind of like really well done storytelling. But then you get scenes like Dante puts on Faust for the first time and starts fucking dancing like Michael Jackson or and shit.
I wish I can be that extra.
I do that all the time.
Yeah, but I can't be that extra yet. I feel like that's only like an extra that you can do after killing a bunch of demons and being good looking.
I don't know, Landon. We're not good looking, so we don't know.
Yeah. So we can't be that extra.
I mean, I can. I'm just ugly and embrace it.
That's fair. It's always nice, good to accept who you are.
Yeah, I'm a fucking retard.
Mm.
I can't say that on the podcast. Sorry.
I don't think anyone watches this enough to know that. Yeah, maybe I should actually try to get back to my list. Okay. Let's try going back to the list again. Little detail. Was Machina planning on starting another world war?
I think so. At least that's the vibe I got anyway.
Yeah. But it does actually change when you actually do see the... I did thought that, until we see the contract the American president makes with Gun Devil,
Yeah.
where most of the other nations gave up. So that does sort of give me the idea that they don't have weapons of mass destruction like nukes.
I doubt they have WMDs in this universe, no.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like if everybody made contracts with a Gun Devil, you'd have mutually assured destruction.
Yeah, but even with the contract with Gun Devil, they couldn't kill Machina.
Nope. She's like invincible.
Yeah, but the only way to kill her is just destroy the entire nation of Japan.
Yep.
Or do what Denji did.
Yep.
Cook her up and eat her.
Literally.
And stuff the blood of the Blood Devil into her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, still, power is more useful than power.
Yeah, I wonder if they're gonna
sort
bring
of
back power.
You hope they do?
I mean, like, it won't be the same one, but I wonder if they're actually gonna do it, because she alludes to like finding another power and making her his friend or whatever.
I mean, it is his contract with her.
Yeah, but also
he sort of does have to uphold it.
But like, here's the thing, right? Isn't power a fiend?
Power is a fiend, yep.
So that means that in order for them to make the contract, they'll have to sacrifice another human to the Blood Devil.
Well, it's not true. We do see power in her devil form.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like, do you think they'd let that walk around?
No.
Yeah.
And I mean, sacrificing human wouldn't exactly be out of the question from what the series already has done.
Oh God, no! I just wonder if Denji would be willing to do that.
I will not the Denji now. He is a lot more caring than he, and more human than he was at the beginning of the series.
Yeah, because he had
and that's something,
and then he lost it.
Yeah. And he loved and he lost.
Yeah.
We do actually see pretty decent character growth with him. We see him develop moral values when he doesn't want to kill the dolls.
Mm-hmm.
Compared to when in the beginning of the series when he just killed all the zombies pretty easily.
Yeah.
And without any hesitation.
Gamer.
Yeah. This is a pretty good Suicide Squad in the first season.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah. It's also the slightly dark humor I really like about the show.
Mm-hmm.
Like with the violence fiend picking up a ball of eyeballs, saying that they should report as Grapes Devil.
Uh-huh.
Did you just go ill?
No, I said uh-huh. Sorry, I sneezed.
Yeah. You sneezed?
I sneezed real loud, and then I said uh-huh.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey. I'm still curious on what the lady's power is. The first devil hunter? Curious what devil is she?
She's the devil.
What, is she a spike fence devil?
Yeah.
That's the only thing I got.
She's the mace devil.
I imagine there might be another mace devil. I'm curious on what kind of devils they'll actually embrace in this. Because with this sort of devil thing, you can actually have them coming back. And we actually probably do see Denji killing a bunch of them in hell. So a lot of them are re-released back into your world.
Yeah, like, I'm wondering, like, will we? I wonder what they're gonna do. But since like all of the devil characters that we know of that are now dead, they're all gonna come back at some point, more than likely. We've already seen it. Control Devil twice.
Yeah.
And then it's like, you know, it's like, will we see another, you know, of course we're going to get another power. We're going to see another Blood Devil. But it's like, will they bring back Angel Devil, Shark Devil? Will they bring back fucking, any of the other devils? Like fucking Sword Devil, Katana Devil. I can't remember which one it actually was. Or, you know, will we see another Typhoon Devil?
Yeah.
Sorry. Like, I wonder if they're going to bring them back.
I guess this would be something I would ask, but I feel like you already know the answer to. But I wonder if they would have embraced him, Deji, actually going after all the devils he killed in hell that he brought back to life to Earth. Yeah. I wonder if we're going to see him actually go hunting after that in later on volumes.
Mm-hmm.
Just to sort of make amends for what he did then.
Yeah. This is a totally off-topic question, but do you know any good, like, slasher movies?
What do you mean slasher movies?
Like slasher flicks, you know, like slasher movies.
Where the guy just walks around with a knife?
Yeah, serial killers and shit, killing people. Me and Kenyon are working on a thing, and we're trying to figure out what slasher movie we should parody. So far, the best name we came up with is the Utah Weed Whacker Incident, 4K Ultra HDR widescreen full color cinema mode.
I mean, you could try watching Psycho.
Oh, I mean, called. American Psycho. That was one of the ones we were thinking. We were thinking of doing like Canadian Sociopath or something.
No, it's not American Psycho. It's just Psycho.
Oh yeah, never mind. I'm stupid.
The old movie.
I know what you're talking about now. It's weird that it didn't come up. We're thinking about doing like Jimmy X instead of Jason X. Talking about funny parody names.
Yeah. I would say Scream, but I feel like Scream has just become a parody of itself.
Yeah. Shout. Yell.
You don't even really have to do much. You can just do the entire new. Because like the last Scream movie I watched, my sister ended up spending the entire time making fun of it. Because it was so much like the parody one. What was this? I gotta find that horror movie.
You talking about fucking Scary Movie?
Yeah, Scary Movie. Because it seems so much like that, but with less jokes.
Yeah.
It just really surprised me. Like, wow. I can't tell if they're being satire or not.
Yeah, we're trying to do like a 4-part series of like a 4 or 5-part series of like satires. That are all different film genres. So far, we want to do like a noir movie, a western, and then like a slasher movie.
You could also do Friday the 13th.
Yeah, we were thinking about but I don't know what we would call it. Like we were like Saturday the 12th, but that's kind of lame. Because I feel like other people have made that joke before.
You mean Thursday the 12th?
Oh, sorry, I meant fucking Saturday the 14th. Fuck me, I'm stupid.
Yeah, okay.
There's a slasher movie called Bikini Bloodbath.
I don't doubt that. I feel like some horror movies just blend the genre between satire and not.
There's one called Werewolves Within from 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Happy Death Day to You.
Oh, yeah, no.
Nightmare on Elm Street.
I feel like there hasn't. Maybe it's just my opinion, but I feel like the slasher movies aren't very scary.
No, I mean...
Well, I haven't seen any of them be really scary.
No, it's because it's just an imposing threat, jump scares and such. I find them really funny to watch.
Yeah.
Okay, so do you want to know why we came up with the title Utah Weed Whacker Incident 4K Ultra HDR widescreen full color cinema mode?
Oh, that was your name?
Yeah, we came up with
No,
that.
I thought that was an actual movie name.
That's funny that you would think that. So because there's a fucking slasher movie that it's it's a Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie, but it's just called Chainsaw Massacre 3D, right? And I was like, okay, so it's like a 3D Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie, and so I came up with the title, or Kenyon came up with the title actually, the Utah Weed Whacker Incident. And I came up with the 4K Ultra HDR widescreen full color cinema mode.
Yeah. I remember when all the old movies used to have widescreen available on there.
Mm-hmm. Full screen or widescreen.
Yeah.
People stretch old movies now into widescreen, and it pisses me off. Hi, Robin and Kenyon. Welcome to the podcast.
Oh, what's today's episode about,
Chainsaw
Brady?
Man.
Chicken Saw Man?
Chainsaw Man.
Chainsaw Man.
Yeah.
Is that like, does that happen in Texas, perchance?
Shut the fuck up. That's funny. I'm assuming you heard my conversation from outside the door.
No?
Okay, because it's funny because we were just talking about I was trying to get Landon to help on trying to find our name.
I told Robin.
Utah Weed Whacker Incident.
4K Ultra HDR widescreen full color cinema mode.
Our other
What?
idea,
Yeah.
our other idea was the Blair Bitch
Just for
project.
Oh,
Blair bitch.
Yeah, that's not as good as the Utah Weed Whacker Incident.
Yeah.
Old school slasher.
We're trying to find old slasher movies to.
Look up 50s slasher movies.
We already did enough.
Oh,
of
the
these
original.
stuff.
Psycho's from the
Blob.
60s.
That's a good one. The Blob.
The Cobb.
Leprechaun.
The Cob. People screaming and it kills people, except it's just like a corn cob.
Yeah.
It just sits there. Oh, that'd be awesome. Oh, check it out what Kenyon gave me, Brady.
I feel like that can be changed by one letter and it can
Yeah.
become a porno.
Yep. Oh, that's cool.
This is fucking sick.
Old.
Yeah.
Should we wrap up the episode now?
2005.
Yeah, probably.
I think I got most of what I had to do with
Everybody,
Chainsaw.
This is the end of the Chainsaw Man episode. This was fun. I like Chainsaw Man. Landon likes Chainsaw Man. Landon,
Favorite
read
manga,
part
highly
2.
recommend it.
Read
I
part
will.
2.
2006, yeah.
You got like 20 chapters to read. Alright, I guess I'll stop the stream.